How y'all feeling out there? Y'all tuned in? Y'all turned up? Go get that project, y'all. Go get that new project. It's official. New album out right now. They loving it. Everybody like that new album. Yo, just remember. My fault, y'all. Wait, hold on. Somebody said. Hold on. I got you right now. I just put the poll out there. I just put the poll out there, y'all. It says, will 205 be bigger than 204? You see how I'm just giving you all the covers? That's something. That's why everybody's tuned in. They really loving that. The whole rollout of that whole project. Are y'all ready for the 200? Because I feel once we put that 2 out there, then everybody's gonna pick it up. You can actually go there and, shit. That's our deal. We been had all that shit going on. Yo, man, receipts, PSA. We had this shit going on before. Motherfuckers was coming at people getting locked up, all kind of stuff. Y'all know why I'm doing it. Y'all know what's going on with me. So, that's the good thing. This is not made up. Y'all check out the poll right now. Check it out so y'all can look at it. Which one's better? I gotta press that other button when it says opinions. We gotta go to Zion Mountain too. It's the mailbox area. Whole bunch of mail, as you can see. This is where all the packaging lies. No trespassing. Do you understand? In case of fire, Read. Like, subscribe, share, comment. This is the box. When it's a fire, they get the fire extinguisher. They go in this room right here. Like 100 people come running out of that room. And then they grab them. You can't see it, but they smash that. Stuff like that. So, let me see if I could, well, the good thing about it is that I can't vote. Y'all would have to do all the voting. I know. That should be good. Fix everything up. I think five could be better. There's two ways to look at it. I ain't gonna lie. Matter of fact, now that I look at it, we could all really look at it. Because he's the only producer, right, that I actually did the most work with. So now we could really look at this thing. But how is this gonna work? We got a whole bunch of stuff happening. People are asking for food. Wait, here's a good thing. The good thing about this whole thing is that this is like on a count thing. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're on a count thing. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. You gotta understand. That's why you gotta put some out. That's good, Cash. Yeah, man, so make sure follow.
You're on room 3.
Yeah.
Room 3.
3?
Room 3.
Nice.
Room 3.
Alright, so now I gotta charge up my phone. So that's the real issue. Morning, y'all. Alright. 50. Where was you at? Don't tell me you was in Red Hook, man. There's only one way in, no way out. Stay out of Red Hook. Drumhole 50. This is what I'm saying. You playing a dangerous game. Shit was getting crazy. Yo, you was walking on eggshells, man. Yo, I'm glad you got up out of there. Tank was on the news yesterday. He was in the melee. He was uptown in the Bronx. Crazy. They booked him. Yeah, he was talking crazy. That's what I'm saying. Yo, that's the same thing that happened to my cousin. He was like, yo, I wanna go to the party, I wanna go to the party. I said, yo, if you go to the, don't go to the party, man. Why would you wanna go to the party? This nigga ended up getting locked up, all kind of stupid shit. He came the next day like, yo, I should have listened to you. I'm like, yo, we in the spot, we chilling. You want to fucking party. See, that's the problem. Y'all be wanting to party all the time. I thought I could take a break and party. But nah, it's not about that. It's definitely not about that. This is what I'm saying. I was just about to go down there yesterday too. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. Shit was crazy. Oh shit. We at this class right now. I'm over here at this class. And then, you know what's happening next. Shout out to my boy Quinn. Shout out to Haas. Shout out to everybody. Y'all know what we do.
Everybody got a chance to scan the signage, scan the signage, scan the signage,
Oh, let me see.
scan the signage.
It's the same one.
It's the same one there. You said shop up here?
I'm gonna scan that. You know. I need a holder.
It's a huge community proponent and community builder in our institution. And we love having her here on the site to witness what we do, face to face with our speakers. Because sometimes we work on a wellness program, so there's a lot of data that comes in as well and numbers.
Baby,
But
please,
we
what
just
up?
work
Yo, press the like button.
interact with the people that we work with and help them overcome barrier burdens and challenges in life, especially if they're mental health related or, just
Midnight
style,
Exciting
life professional stuff too. So, we're gonna be talking today about mental health stigma. If you don't know what that is right now, by the end of this conversation, you're gonna know a lot more about what it is. I think though, you probably have some just word associations jumbled up in your head, probably from just hearing mental health stigma. You might hear things in your head like what is health, what is depression, post-traumatic stress, right? That's kind of some of the words that come to mind when you think of mental health. And then sometimes when you think of stigma, you think of things like negativity and stereotypes, you know? So there's different word connotations, but we're gonna learn and dive deeper into what mental health stigma is in this presentation. So without further ado, we'll jump on in. For the agenda today, first we're gonna talk about what is Harlem Strong. You know, what brought us here today? Why are we here today? Who are we? And what can we do for you guys?
Mental health.
And the next piece is, you know, our topic is mental health stigma. Everyone likes to break down things, right? That's how we understand concepts. So that's why we're going to break down mental health stigma into two parts, kind of. First is going to be what is mental health, and then what is stigma. And then types of stigma, and then we'll dive into specifically mental health stigma. And then we'll go into a P4 screener. That, like, long story short, it's kind of like a temperature check. It's like a wellness check to see how you're feeling mentally. It's 4 questions that are pretty easy to answer, but they give us the guidance on how you're feeling and how, like, you know, the general community is feeling, you know, mentally and emotionally and psychologically. That will help you understand yourself better, hopefully, and help us understand you as well. And then at the end, we'll leave some time for questions.
I hope y'all got questions out there.
Okay, so what is Harlem Strong? Harlem Strong is a wellness program based in Harlem, but we also work with Bronx a lot. A lot of our sites are based in the Bronx now too. And we help individuals who are struggling with anxiety and depression, chronic stress, primarily anxiety and depression. We are working with the CUNY School of Health. CUNY is the City University of New York, and it's the Graduate School of Public Health. And we're also partnered with the Institute for Innovation in Mental Health. And that's just the institute that's one of the institutes affiliated with UNCUT. And then we also are partnered with a bunch of other organizations like Health First, Harlem Congregation for Improvement, which is HCI, and Harlem Health Initiative. Our larger coalition consists of like 80, 90 plus organizations, constantly growing, constantly evolving, and we're always trying to include more people and more organizations into our coalition because that's what we truly believe is like the future of like
one more time
and healing. So why are we here, right? When we originally did our research, we found that during COVID, mental health actually next time. Mental health issues were on the rise. They actually doubled and then tripled during the pandemic.
They gotta have
but only
the
50% of people that needed help were getting the help that they deserved and needed.
Yes.
So, what does that mean, right? This essentially exemplifies the treatment gap, what we call the treatment gap for wellness, for mental health. And there's a certain population that needs support, and I'm going to say there's a large percent of the population that needs mental health support, because just with the way society is, the way life is right now, everybody is like in need of some type of support. You know, most people are. And everyone experiences anxiety and depression at some point in their life. Whether it's when they're young or old, it doesn't matter. They experience it at some point in life. So there's just a large population of people that are not getting the help they need. And this program was started to kind of relieve that gap and make sure that people that needed the help were just getting that help they needed. And public health? Public health, yeah, exactly. Next slide. So now we're going to talk about mental health. What is mental health? And I know you guys already know this, but I want to talk about it as a community in this space. You know, it's a Thursday, you know, it's end of July. We're feeling all sorts of ways about New York, about this country, about this time period in life. But what does mental health to you guys right now in this moment mean to you? It means stress. Be honest, guys. Yeah, what does it mean to you? Putting your head on right. Okay, I like that. I like that. What else does it mean to you? We got a lot of smart people here, I know. We got things to say.
Right. I spoke to Dr. Everything all right. Mentally, it's like loading, it's like everything is like going backward. Not actually forward, but back to the right of the one. Somebody's going to walk and like, what's going on? Just wait for the job. Can't find nothing.
It's finding stability,
Yeah, it's like everything in your family is like a mess. And I got government is like nothing, right? So we go by itself.
Yeah, I heard a lot of really important things there because you're right. There's so many things that we're worried about. We're worried about paying bills and food on the table. We're worried about our homes and like a place to live, a place to just like feel human and like be human. You know, like that's all we're asking sometimes, is just to be human in our own space. And it's hard to ask for those things and not receive them constantly, right? And it does seem like we're moving backwards sometimes when, like, politically it is charged that there's a lot of different changes that are happening constantly that don't make us feel stable. You know, there's not sometimes resources that are readily available to us. And yeah, it can definitely be a lot to handle. So I can see why you say sometimes it feels like we're going backwards instead of forward. It feels like that. Yeah. What else is mental health? How about some of the people in the back? What does mental health mean to you guys? I guess first actually, what does health mean to you? Like, we'll start there, you know? Like, what is health? How you do physically. Okay, so you said physically. And what else? What else is part of health, though? Is there other parts of health? Yeah, so there's mental
That's the
health.
light bright, y'all was good.
I agree with that. It's a part of physical health, too. But we sometimes separate it, give it its importance, right? Because physical, and a lot of times people think of as the body, and of course mental is part of the brain, but it's also like it's kind of like stuff that happens in like our thoughts and the way we think, right? So that is a physical thing. Yeah, a lot of things can be this combination. And then there's also in health, there's social well-being. Have you thought of that? Because social well-being is incredibly important too. And my colleagues and I can say that social well-being is one of the most fundamental parts of being human and being alive in a society. Because you need connection to live. You need to live using the resources and the help and the love from other people, and you need support from other people to be successful. So social support is incredibly life-giving as well. So you need physical health, you need mental health, and you need social well-being as well. So out of physical health, you can think about it, it's like the body, right? How does the body feel? You could have like arthritis, you could have diabetes, you could have cancer, you could have different ailments, you could have chronic back pain, something like that, right? There's all different types of physical ailments. And like the man in the back said, right, physical ailments can also be mental health issues, right? Because of chemical imbalances, some people do have bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or any different disorder. So we have to think about them also linked together, but also separate in some instances, because mental health is its own category also, because we have to take it and give it what it deserves, the importance that it deserves. So we'll go on to the next slide. Mental health. Oh, amazing.
I think 4 was the first big step up. What's the light one, y'all? Go light the compass too. Go post
Yeah.
3 is on right now, y'all. 3 is
Thank
on.
you. Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
Oh,
those
thank
are all
you.
wonderful
I see
aspects
y'all
of mental
liking the
health as
compass
well
now.
that we should definitely be talking about too. So mental health, what's really important about mental health is more than just the presence or absence of mental illness. Okay, so it's not just saying I have mental health illness or I don't have mental health illness. Mental health is for everyone. So I heard someone say this on my blog recently, just like someone I was talking about my career, and they were like, oh, I don't have mental health. And I had to stop them. I said, it's not that you don't have mental health. Every single human has mental health. It's how you use your mental health that is important. It's how you cultivate it, how you use it in your life, and how you share it with others, right? So it's more than just being sick or not sick, right? Not having illness or having illness. It's something that everyone has, just like physical health, and it affects how you think, how you feel, how you act, how you handle stress, and how you relate to others and make choices. So why is it so important? Because it affects our behavior, right? It affects our thoughts, our emotions, the way we feel about ourselves, and the way we feel about other people. And all of that is so incredibly important. So our emotions, as much as we like to say that we're logical humans and we make logical decisions all the time, we are incredibly emotional spirits. We have that emotional element to us, and we make a lot of our decisions based on our emotions. But if we're able to talk about our emotions and have a deeper understanding for what they mean to us, we can make better choices and also make it easier choices. So going and also relate to others. The more we understand ourselves, the more we can understand other people. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next slide. We're going to talk about stigma now. So stigma is another word that you may or may not know what it means. But just from your background understanding of stigma, what does stigma mean? Anyone have any understanding of it? Yeah. Yes, yeah, like a perceived, like collective opinion of something. Yes, yeah. Label. I heard that. Label. Yeah. Yes. Anyone else? I heard someone in the back say something. Stereotype. Yeah. Excellent, guys. Anyone in the chat? What they're known for, yeah. Negative. Yes, exactly. Negative stereotypes and negative thoughts for other people. Stigma usually implies that it is negative. Yeah. Stigma usually implies it's negative because it's kind of like it's kind of like a negative thing. But we'll move on to what is stigma. Okay. So negative beliefs, and this is everything that everyone has already said already, but we'll just repeat it now. Negative beliefs, attitudes, or stereotypes society holds about a topic, condition, or group. Okay, so just from that statement, you can tell that it's negative, right? And it can also be about anything, almost, right? Because it can be about any topic, condition, or group. And how many ways can we group ourselves in society? There's so many ways to group our society, right? Based on so many different, parts of our section, like of who we are and our identity. There's race, there's sexual orientation, there's age, gender, there's personality. Like personality with thousands, right? It's not millions, right? So it often, this is really key, guys, it often leads to discrimination, shame, and exclusion. So why we don't like stigma, right, is that it leads to these negative behaviors and kind of toxic behaviors to society, like discrimination, shame, and exclusion. It leads to unfair judgment or treatment based on someone's situation or identity. So like making a label or a stereotype about someone without really knowing 100% of the time the details, not knowing exactly what the person is dealing with and what's going on internally. So these stigmas and beliefs are formed through experience, cultural traditions, and formal education. Stories from friends and family also play a role. And I think this is really important because our life experiences make us who we are, right? And we are all human in different ways. We all have our own experiences with our own communities and our own cultures, and they shape who we are. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's going to be some negative stuff that we bring from our communities and our cultures. Not to say there's not positive things, right? There's so many positive mental health things that come from our communities. Can someone say something positive that comes like some strength, some mental health, Black mental health strength that comes from the Black community? Someone want to name something?
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter, protesting and Black Lives Matter community building in that aspect. Yes, definitely. Anyone else? Because I think church, each one. Yeah, that's great too.
Take the village to raise these kids.
Yeah, we got so many of them. We got so many of them in Black culture, right? Because like Black culture to me is about resilience and it's about mental health too, right? As much as there is negative Black stereotypes and negative Black mental health stereotypes and negative Black mental health stigma, there's also so much positive mental health stuff that comes from Black culture too. And that comes from just resilience and being community oriented. How many people are part of church groups or spiritual groups in any respect? Anyone? Yeah, religious and any way you're spiritual? Because actually, Black communities typically, in comparison to other cultures and races, tend to be much more spiritual and religious, and that does affect their mental health as well. That improves their mental health and brings them closer to their community. So that's the positive aspect and the strength that Black communities have mental health-wise too. So now we're going to talk about some of the stigmas, right? So first, and we'll talk about different things that can have stigma. So these are just some examples that have these listed here. So it has stigma. And what's one race that has stigma?
Black.
Yes, and give me a stigma about Black folks. Yes. Racial stigma is huge, guys. Like, I don't know. Wow, guys. Yeah, so I hear that you have heard all of this stuff. You have heard some of the stigma in Black culture and about Black culture before. So that's a really big important one. Sexual orientation. Is there stigma in sexual orientation? Oh, yeah. Can people say in Black culture, is there a lot of sexual orientation stigma? All culture. Wow, yeah. I was saying negative stigma feel like when it's based on you. And it's embarrassing. How
That was, it was weird.
yeah.
But I'm really trying to work on that.
Partially like the issues or anything.
She knew exactly. She looked at how I was dressed with my button shirt and my slacks. And she just separated the lunch and go with her. I thought I was dressed like a cop. I was going to tell. I was getting dressed. I was getting dressed and I was getting the rest of my day. You know the best. I was there for it. I had to go and dress because she embarrassed me yesterday. I was like, everything put a and that was uncomfortable because I would rather be empty. I know. But I don't gotta be constantly crossing my neck and worrying about what's being eaten or not eaten.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, has any man experienced any kind of flirt? I feel like everyone secretly has. All men seem to be using, like orientation in different ways. So people make jokes about it. I know boys do, and men sometimes even do make photos. Yeah, and it's a taboo topic. We don't always talk about this stuff in a collective kind of way.
I use my language. You know, people. I heard from guys another guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's a big one.
There's a stigma there.
I think that they're there because he wanted to respect all the decisions that his brother was making. And that they got to understand and trying to say like, oh, now we ended up pussy with, that's still that read the war. And I think that's a big part of it. I really do.
I think that's part of like, toxic masculinity sometimes, and also just, I think there's even in romance, right? Like, certain types of relationships and romantic relationships have to be a certain way. Men have to be dominant, women have to be submissive. So, like, there's so much gender stigma, right? For, like, being a woman, right? What do we have to do when you're a woman? You could be anything you want to be, but there's so many people telling us, like, women have to do this, and women are this, and women have to, be nurtured, very soft and pliable and flexible for everyone, like, there's so much stigma as in gender. So I think that's really important to talk about criminal history. We don't talk about it openly, in communities too. You don't want to talk about it, it's important. It's really important. Criminal history has an important stigma too. And we have to break it. We have to break that stigma too. It's really important because we all know, I hope that the justice system is broken, and the way that the schools in my class, the and it's a broken system. We are living in a broken system. We have to fix it. It's been broken for a long time, and instead of repairing it from the ground up, we have to like placeholders and kind of like soft fixes on it that are just possible in our hands. So we need real like innovative and like deep work to be done in our communities. And
other person. I would not have but I got a friend. And when they came to me, they told me, and I said, they say bad things and they do my husband there. And wow, and that they're really eating oysters, that they're really eating that they are really doing like they're planted.
Wow, how many stigmas are not like that? Yeah, there are. Every culture has it. I'll talk about it in Indian culture too, because we're talking about it in a black culture a lot in this, this group. You guys are black, but I personally see it. So I go for something that like mental health stigma that happens. Yeah, there's that. There's the 7-Eleven stereotype, right? Yeah, gas station, whatever it may be.
I know the people and you see, they have this thing with it.
So yeah.
In black culture, somebody doing their head, that's because it's a problem here.
I'm excited.
It's hard. Cultures are hard, and it's hard to understand each other, right? And that's what we all face, especially living in America. We're a melting pot. We're, especially in Harlem, right? We're a blending of so many different cultures, and it's hard to always understand each other because of our backgrounds, because of our cultural differences. But at the end of the day, we have to learn to find also what's similar in our culture. Because when I think of the stigma and my culture, I find there's stigma similar in black culture and brown culture, Have you guys heard of the concept of costor?
Shout out to the fools out there.
I'm going to have a different connection, a different understanding of who I am in relation to that person and talk to them in that way. And it's kind of like masks too, right? We all have different masks that we wear and tear. There's usually a mask that we wear for family.
That's why it's important for you to distinguish you.
And there's a way that we say
Find you a
friends,
number one
right?
hustler.
Instead of saying, honest to God,
Because what that lady talking about is pure trash.
Get out front of the door, do some shit. I think majority of the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's good. A lot more friends. Oh, cool. Yeah. And you know what? Are you
Help by asking somebody.
Yeah.
Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, now let's back to GA, right? And what in the past few months, years, and it's a hard time. There is something called unemployment stigma that you guys have all facing, and it's important to name it, hit the nail on the head, and just put it out there for you guys. Why is it such a problem? What are some things that you might hear? Is anyone easier and motivated? They're just living off the system. Not trying hard enough to get it off. I didn't hear that. Yeah. Financially irresponsible. You want to say that to you, or you're around family?
I'm giving y'all a reminder of that merch. Don't forget. I'm popping up with it like periodic.
That's gonna want to do things for me, but not and they want to go to
Post it against you.
$800 would have been the first
Get back.
I'm grateful. What I'm hearing is that, like, she wants to help you, it's just not be helping you the financial ways that be right now from her. And, like, she loves a lot. I know that because sisters don't do that for, like, you know, like, right? But you just have a conversation about yeah, they took the decision together. He wanted to survive. People did
Because if y'all don't see it,
yeah, that's not but I believe in you. I think there's sometimes there's stigma both ways, you know. Sometimes you can place some stigma onto her and she places some stigma onto you, right? And like that's the hardest thing sometimes is managing, right? You place stigma on each other. And she's struggling too, right? She doesn't know.
her job. So I'm looking like, set me up like this. So you know,
take from the chin.
Yeah.
You don't know what,
Yeah.
is a lot. And I feel like those people.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
I totally agree.
We're gonna be going through.
Okay. So what do you wish people knew about you, about unemployment, or
It's hard work.
it's hard work?
They and the big and motivate to find a job. Like 7 jobs a day. Nobody calling you like what's going on.
Did you have an interview today, by the way?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, congratulations. That's exciting. I hope you well. Yeah, right away. Yeah, that's exciting. And yeah, it can get unmotivating sometimes, and it's so challenging to be trying and to be hitting dead ends left and right. And it's depressing. It's depressing to not get your body back, to not get those interviews, those initial interviews. And
I'm not knowing the last one who is for the whole vaccine. I'm not like terribly. That's one of the big things for young person that they
yeah,
because they destroy the market with any people. It's very
Press.
Even certain other jobs that are like little jobs that you show stuff or stuff like that, some of them, not all of them, some of them that are hiring, they ask for that.
yeah.
It's like, even that's a win.
Yeah, there's so many barriers, right? There's so many barriers to getting a job, and we could be trying in so many different ways, but sometimes people don't see all the effort we put in, right? They see sometimes the lack of success and the end result, but they don't really see all the hard work poured into it to get there. And you can keep trying, you have to keep trying. But it's hard sometimes when people don't see that hard work and appreciate it. I want to say that we see your hard work, okay? We see you. You show up every time here with great enthusiasm. You participate. You try your best to engage with us and work information. And you're still here listening. You're interactive.
You have no choice.
You guys are very intelligent humans, and you deserve to find a job, the perfect job, not just to accept the crap that comes to you, but like something really that's meaningful.
Y'all disappointed me.
So, what
Yeah,
else we're
trial
going to
session.
talk about is some other stigma. It's going to be mental health stigma. Next slide. So, mental health stigma, that's a different type of stigma now that we're talking about. And it's when people judge, blame, or exclude someone due to a mental health issue like depression, anxiety, or PTSD. So things that could be mental health stigma are being called weak or crazy. Anyone hear that about anyone that has a mental health disorder, weak or crazy? Anyone call someone that? I mean, we're human and we don't always have the best understanding of everyone else, and so we can make quick judgments about it, right? So we can say, they're crazy. How many times we said, that person, they're just crazy? I mean, that's such a common thing, right? Yeah. So we hear that all the time. How about violent and unpredictable? That's pretty big too. I feel like that's maybe we don't always say it, but we also feel it, right? And think it in our heads, right? Yeah, we might say like, oh, that person's talking to themselves, like they're gonna like, they're gonna attack me.
They go to the school.
Yeah.
Like some people believe that person is aggressive or something because they're so in voice, so you don't know where it's coming from. That just means the way it's
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, and then you go and write it.
Yeah.
Person like our national now. Well, everybody thinks we're low, that's true. Where's it from?
Yeah.
Bring the friend out, happy, downtown, downtown. Now it's around. Oh, yeah. Everything is afraid and you just have to go.
Yeah.
That's true.
How about this one? And this one is like a little bit of a mingling with the unemployment and mental health stigma, but people with mental illness can't keep a job. Anyone think that maybe ever, or say that, or hear that, anything?
I think that could be true, but the job people that it depends on the situation.
Yeah,
Because there are people that can control
yeah, yeah.
and they can do even if they're not so many positions.
Yeah.
Honorable and
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. That's it, yeah.
And like, yeah, honorable, but even as a joke and be a culture, there's a lot of people you don't know who they are, right?
There are a lot of people that know how to cope with what they're given, and they're able to handle a job, you know, even with having, you know, a mental health disorder, a substance use disorder, or anything like that. There's ways to get support, you know, and still be functional in society. So that's what a lot of our you know, our services are about. It's about getting support and asking for support and working with the community to get resources and referrals so that you guys can get not just mental health support, but also support for housing, legal services, social support, things like that. Okay, next slide. Oh, actually, here's some other mental health stigmas. These are really funny to me. I mean, they're important, so I wanted to talk about them. You shouldn't have kids. You just passed on your issues. So selfish. I have thought about that before. I'm like, I don't know if I should have kids because I'll pass on my issues.
That's great.
I've thought about that before. How about all women are a bit bipolar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got a lot of murmurings from that one. So we got some people that have heard that. Yeah. Mental illness is just an excuse to live off benefits and not contribute to society.
I've heard that.
Everyone has anxiety. Some people are just stronger. I hate that one, but that's I hear that. I do hear that. Therapy and medications are just scams. You don't need all of them.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard about her.
Yeah. You do, exactly. And so it's all stigma. All of this is stigma. Yeah. So we do therapy and medications. Not all women are bipolar. That is not true. That is not true, guys.
How do we even know if somebody's bipolar?
We probably want to get that.
Yeah.
We want to go to the
Some people
second.
could do that, because they say that, like, up and down, but when they call me, come in and yeah, it's like a woman can speak on a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do it, but I mind.
Yeah, here's that.
That's alone.
Yeah.
That's one that it's alone. That is, yeah, so, I don't really just, that's
Okay, guys, next slide. Okay, so these are some more myths. Have you ever said any of these myths to yourself or heard someone else saying it? Therapy is not for us. Anyone hear that before? Yeah?
He said he was
You just need to pray about it. Yeah, that was really real.
This is what I'm
And
saying.
honestly, I hear it all the time in my culture too.
Let's see
Prayer
it.
is a form of
Good
healing,
morning.
right? It can be a healing period as well. But it's not the only form
Drum hole
of
50
healing.
wanna run around
And
the
also
room.
you sometimes need prayer in combination with things like therapy and sometimes even medication. Because prayer on its own is not going to be enough for you. You need support in other ways, whether that's support from another human being or just resources. You need support in other ways too. Okay? Because God helps those who help themselves, right? That's not another thing that comes from God.
I'm about to drop this. I'm about to drop this New York.
And they still be alive, even though they know people living in different where they one man, dirty speaking, they still be alive and around it. Yeah, that ain't God, I don't know what it is.
Okay, yeah, fair point. God helps everyone, but hopefully God is helping more people that are helping.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm going 50 when I come on
Energy you have
live.
going in a direction, you're gonna get momentum in that way, So whether it's God or the universe, or just humans, right? Like other humans in the community that support you. The more you push that momentum forward, you're gonna get better results. So yeah, you had a comment? Huh?
And it was like, he doesn't ask you right away, it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah.
So you
That's
ask
what
you,
I'm
but
saying.
like you want to put something, you're gonna ask you right away.
Yeah. Yeah, the prayer.
So, one yourself, you got to be good.
Yeah. Of
I mean,
course.
you do a mistake and that's something, and you ask Lord, help me
I'm about to shut this whole shit down. Mature file, I think.
Yeah, and that's
Press the
okay.
like.
It can't always be just about prayer, right? It's about getting out there and putting the energy out to heal yourself too, right? Reaching out for support when you need support, right? Not just praying, but reaching out for support from other humans. Next slide. Yes, yeah. There's this saying that it's like God's rejection is for your own protection. So sometimes if something doesn't come to you, it's because there's something better coming for you in the future. It's for your own safety and your own benefit. Okay, so this is a really important quote, and I want to hear you guys reflect on it a little bit. We are running out of time, so we don't have too much time, but I do want to hear stigma creates silence, right? But compassion breaks it. So what do you feel like we did in this space today? Do you think we broke the stigma? Because I feel like we
ain't do shit today, lady. What the fuck you talking about? You can't do shit in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. What the fuck is she talking about? Get me pissed off now, man.
Kind of circumvent that and think of ourselves in higher ways, in the better ways, so that we can be more successful. So mental health stigma is different for different communities. What kind of mental health stigma is more prevalent in your community? So whether that's you're part of a brown culture, like Latin culture, you're part of Black culture, or you're part of Afro.
Don't speak on my culture, lady. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is the problem.
Whatever white, you can be anything, but what is prevalent in your, what mental health stigma is prevalent in your?
Get the fuck out of here.
In Indian culture, there's something like, for example, like we don't want to talk about our personal issues to other people outside of our family. We have that pressure of like family's reputation. We don't want to risk our family's reputation, right? So if we have a mental health issue, we're struggling with depression or substance use or addiction in some way. But we don't want it to be known to other families, to other parts of our community. We repress that, right? We don't talk about it. And then the situation and the problem gets much, much worse because it's not openly talked about, nobody's helping me, and I'm not getting the support that I need, right? So one of the things in Indian culture, mental health stigma-wise, is like family reputation being really important and not wanting to share mental health problems with, with the right people, like with therapists and with the family members that we used to.
Can't press like
Anything you can think of in your
what is wrong with you?
I just don't even know. I can't even tell you. I think it's just like, it comes out. I think, maybe, I don't know where it originated from, so I can't say, but, it's like, yes, it's like this, but it's also like this, right? Like they go like that, not, but I have to do research into this. You know, that's the thing about culture. Sometimes you don't know where things even originated from, right? It's just like it became part of.
Maybe it's like when we go like this.
Yeah, that had knowledge.
So when we doing like this, that's a part of our culture.
Yeah.
And maybe other people might take that as like a correct thing saying, or maybe we bring the fight, or maybe something that, like, or if me and you was going like this, or this white chick is coming up, and we go like this, probably on your fault, or we going for our fault. Or we want the bad, well, we just saying up the top, like, I am good, like, you know, there's certain goals that we go for. Maybe make that, make it like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving, but what can we do to help break self-stigma? So there's some important concept we're gonna talk about right now. It's real quick. It's called self-stigma. Do we stigmatize ourselves? Okay. Do we put labels on ourselves? And do we put ourselves down sometimes and say, oh, we're too this or we're too that because of this issue we have or that issue we have? Like, I have a mental health disorder, so I must be stupid. I must not be able to keep a job. You
got a mental
we put
health
that stigma
disorder.
on ourselves because of the stigma we
This
see
is what
in
I'm trying to
society,
tell
the
you.
stigma we
That's
hear
what we
around
need to
us.
know.
We could end up placing it on ourselves. Because, that's the way it
Thank
comes
you.
infiltrates
That's
us, right? It
nice.
comes
Yes.
in through our community
That's
and the people around
nice.
us.
See,
But then
I don't know who Lucia is, but she's saying the truth.
Right? So we have to be
If I'm
careful about the
lying, I'm
things that we
dying.
intake, right, from other people and what we believe about ourselves.
God is
So
good.
what
See
we can
that?
do
See
to
that
help
cat?
ourselves is ask ourselves first, what beliefs do I
It's
hold about?
all on the.
Be honest with
It's
yourself.
everywhere. You want me to
What
count for you?
are the beliefs you hold about yourself? Do you think to yourself like I'm worthless?
See it.
Or do you tell yourself I'm brilliant every day? Because words really matter, and the way that you talk to yourself really matters. Especially now, you're trying to find jobs. You guys are incredibly capable. You're very smart, capable. And it's all about how you talk to yourself that's going to get you to the next point in life that you want to get to. So you have to be encouraging to yourself and have the right mentality.
Like, what the hell?
The next step, because it's about manifestation, right? The more you put that good energy out
I
there,
got tickets for you,
the
Kat.
more it's going to come back and teach you.
Let me get
So,
it.
when you
This is
tell
the
yourself,
whole
what
one.
beliefs do I hold about myself? If I think to myself I'm worthless, what experiences are connected to those? Maybe it's something that happened when I was a kid. Or maybe it's something that happened recently. We had a recent job interview that was bad. And someone told me I was worthless or something, So what experiences hold us are connected to those beliefs? And then why do I hold on to those beliefs about myself? Why am I holding on to them? Because I know it's not true. Why do I hold on? Because it's easier to tell myself I'm worthless and then not be as disappointed if I do badly. Or, why is it easier to be negative sometimes? I think sometimes it is. It is kind
We should have been done, bro.
So, how we let go?
Not even. We complete.
Would my life be better if I let go of those? And the techniques to help us identify
They
self-stigma
extended
in
it because, like I said,
ourselves, right? Because it comes from everywhere, but then it comes into ourselves.
I
The
got
first thing to say is, what do I believe about myself? And how can how far do I believe about myself? And how can I change those beliefs about myself? You can start by journaling, doing poetry, or writing lyrics. Because different forms of writing can actually help you spot patterns of negative thinking or negative self-talk or self-thinking.
One of them stages is not
So
right.
journaling is like a nice way to do it. I highly recommend trying it. Just like even one day, try it one day. You'll
One
learn
of
so
them
much
stages
about
is not
yourself
right.
and how you think, how your brain works, and you'll be surprised as to like
There you go.
who you are as a person, like what comes out through that conversation.
I'm gonna go there though. I'm
Right.
gonna holler at my man.
The next thing you can do is recognize triggers, right? Identify specific situations or comments that trigger self-stigmatizing thoughts. Oh, okay. So you want to, so if there's certain things that you know are triggering, and we say triggering like, you know, like if there's certain words that brings up negative or like hard thoughts and
I'm
emotions.
looking.
So like maybe there's like a person, maybe it's my mom, maybe she's a negative person, right? And she's the person that is always like, oh, you better study really, really hard, you're gonna fail, like you're not gonna do badly. Am I gonna be the person that that I wanna talk to my mom before a big test? No, probably not, right? Because she's putting you down, exactly. So she's being negative, right? So we want to take ourselves out of those negative situations and identify our triggers. What makes those stigmatizing thoughts much worse for ourselves? We want to pick ourselves out of that. And then the last one is mindful reflection, right? You can do mindfulness practices. Mindfulness is just the practice of being aware of the present self without judging or trying to change it. So it's like thinking your thoughts through your head without trying to judge it or control it, okay? Just allowing it to be and have its time to be. So we all have thoughts in our heads that we try to control, and it's sometimes tough for us to change the foot of the thoughts. But with mindfulness,
Not for
allow
you,
those
Kat.
thoughts to flow and for
It's
yourself to
over.
be more positive, but you don't force yourself to be more
This is in
positive
the
by putting yourself
bag,
down
Kat.
or being negative. So mindfulness is a really good practice.
In the bag.
And I'm going to talk about a little bit about the next step we're going to take.
It's right.
Breaking self-stigma, okay? I want you guys to all tell yourself one positive affirmation about yourself. Does anyone know what a positive affirmation is? Yeah? Okay, you guys should probably know it. So, you got one? Yeah, you got one. Raise your hand. Do you have a positive affirmation that you tell yourself? Yeah, I want to hear all of it. Just like you seem like the type of guy that has something you tell yourself every morning. Yeah, I want to hear it. You got a lot of spirit, so I want to hear it. Okay, fine. What's a positive affirmation someone says to themselves in the morning? Love yourself. Okay.
Can you forgot?
Okay. I love that. That wakes me up and the rest is on me.
Okay.
Beautiful. Anyone else got anything else? Positive affirmation. I want to hear a lot of them. Actually.
You forgot?
You guys are incredible, so you should be thinking amazing things about yourself. Trust that you got this.
Shit.
Yeah. You got it and write it on it. Yeah. Another day, another opportunity. Nice. So what we could do to help break self-stigma is tell ourselves these positive things, right? Like, I am beautiful, I am smart, I can get that job, I am successful, I have a great future ahead of me. Those are all positive affirmations you can tell yourself.
Okay.
Okay, guys, as we're heading
Cat's about to see right now. This is what I'm saying. It's out there. Now, hold on. Don't even say it. You do. You need that shit. The fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? I need. Dude, someone need mental health service. You need that shit, lady. And don't you ever speak about the culture again. You crazy? You serious? I'm gonna have to speak to her manager because that was flim flam.
You guys do this here and sit back.
Cat, you got mental health. Cat.
I would like you to
You fell off, Cat. You fell off, Cat. You fell off. You fell off, Cat. You Cat. This is what I'm saying. Cat is an angry. Cat is angry. You know what it is? It's the glow. It's the glow from the BX. You gotta be in the BX like Lucia. You see that? You not in the BX like Lucia. You don't be this high. You was never high like this in your life, Cat. Look, there's people on the roof now, Cat. Look. There's people on the roof, Cat. You see me? I'm up there, Cat. Look. Look over
Sign sheet
there.
has been posted. Once you sign the sign-in sheet, you're free to go. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Stay safe.
You see that, Cat? You know what that means? Do you know what that means, Cat? That means you need to wash your face, Cat. Because you failed. You've been failing all your life, Cat. Josh.
Yo.
See y'all.
That's how for me. For me, I stay safe though.
Lunchtime. You know what that means? Listen. Oxtail, peas and rice, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. You gotta spend like at least 30 on a plate. This is getting out of control. What do you mean, Cat? We gonna starve you today, Cat. Tired of this shit, Cat. We gonna starve you. This is the end of the road, Cat, right here. This is where the shit stops, Cat. Listen, we gonna make sure we feed you. We gonna give you all the food you need. We're gonna get some oxtails, peas and rice. You gotta get heavy on the gravy. Yes. You can't eat like that, Cat. You can't eat like a grown man. Closing.
You gotta register.
You can't eat real food, Cat.
Get on the computer, you can type the link on that location.
And now you say register, nobody's paying attention.
But you gotta pick an actual time slot, and they know to expect you.
I'm trying to tell you, Cat, you don't
You don't want
understand.
those who don't know how to register to do it on
We gonna starve you. We gonna starve you, Cat.
I need that.
No more eating for you. So you would get that done in 6.
You don't understand shit, cat.
That's what you do.
Waiting.
6th floor off.
I've been with starve you, cat. Taking over the whole lunch. Body evacuate the building now. You can't eat food like us, cat. We going to the buffet. You never went to the buffet in your life, cat. You was never at the table. You gonna starve. We gonna starve you today. You don't eat like a grown man. You eat out of a bowl. Get the fuck out of here, cat. We eating oxtails, peas, and rice. Collard greens. Macaroni and cheese. Barbecue ribs. Heavy on the gravy. You gonna starve for the rest of your life, cat. And we gonna make sure. Cat is a piece of... Cat don't want the smoke. Matter of fact, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad they got AI. Cause now we gonna smoke the cat up. Yeah. My new post is coming now. We looking for cat. What the fuck is going on? Shout out to everybody out there. I gave you grits. Motherfucker, you listen to me. You work for me. Together we're gonna unite. Yes. We're gonna find cat now. Just in case you don't know who this is me right here. I told them to get it ready, get it right. Cat, me and him is gonna unite tonight. We're gonna unite tonight and fight. We're looking for cat. Ah! You in trouble now, cat. You got the motherfucking, you got the paint. We gonna fucking scrape the, listen, cat. We gonna scrape the paint off of you. You understand? First, we're gonna spray you up. We're gonna get the can, it's 2 cans, and then we're gonna put all of it, we're gonna get you together. Then we're gonna be like, hold on, wait. That shit costs money. We're gonna beat the fucking paint out of you. That's when shit is, listen, I'm talking, this shit is huge. You are gonna be vegan. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You know what? I should listen. Let me tell you something. See, I can't even tell y'all because somebody gonna be like, oh, yo, that's a good idea, yo. Paris. What's up, Jack? His mother, the only thing embarrassing out here is the sun. That's it. Because I'm trying to stay cool, stay in the shade. I seen somebody faint in the sun, fainted, cold faint. I had $1 on me, but I was too far from the store. I could have saved him. But I seen somebody walking with some juice. I snatched the juice, threw the juice in his face. Wake up! He was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You never save nobody. I had to throw juice in his face to wake him up. And it was hot. It was sticky juice. I was like, damn, water's too far. How's this gonna work? So now Cat was listen, let me explain something to you. Cat, I don't know how to let these people know. But listen everybody. Cat is suffering from a disease. And the level of bozoism that is in his blood, they couldn't take it out of his system. He needed surgery. Okay? He was imbalanced. You know what I mean? So that level of bozoism is stuck with him. It's in his genes forever. So we tried to help him and get him some medication. We gave him everything that we could give him. We gave him Extraxo. We gave him Zinbake. We gave him X-Roll 5. We gave him HT, morphine, 2000. We gave him everything. We gave him Zoloft, and that's when he went the fuck off. No. Listen to me. That shit was so dangerous. I don't understand. That's what. That's when I knew something was wrong with him, because the minute he took the Zoloft, he just went off. So Cat is lost right now. You know, can't really help Cat. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't forget none of that. Cat. Somebody is trying to play a silly game. You trying to play a silly game. I'm telling you now. You playing a silly game. Cat, let me tell you something. You was never in a real food fight, okay? You was never in a motherfucking cake fight. Like, you know, people just throwing cake, just unlimited cake throwing. You don't know about that life. You need to go sit your ass down somewhere, cat. Oh, lady calling. Let me see. Oh. Yo, shout out to the fans out there. Shout out to everybody out there. I don't think you really know what's going on. Shout out to everybody. Yo, you know what? I wanted to take... Hold on. This is what we're going to do. Nah, matter of fact, I got a better idea. Because I don't want y'all to hold me up. Listen. What's your name again? Cat, you know where we at. Say it. Y'all know that check it out. Like, subscribe, share, instead of fruit sugar. But the fruit sugar is still good. When they go get it, it's gonna be nice. They're gonna be like, yeah, y'all. That shit is official. So shout out to the fans out there. Listen, man, it's about what it is going down. It's about right now. Really such entertainment. Nothing else. All that extra stuff. Go. 30 and 6. Man, that's a big number. 30 and 6. Not a lot of people can do that. So now we about to add it up. Let shit. Don't be the trolls by right now.
Where do you want to buy yours from?
Don't be the troll. This right here is legit, so legit.
The good thing about it is that,
Bitch, I'm rich.
yeah, everybody can go to the places and they put
You in the way. Get the fuck out of here.
So, the best thing right now
What you mean?
is
This right here.
hurry up.
Deal brand. Don't defeat the troll. When you see this, this is all right here. This is too much right here. Bitch. When you see this, I'm about to write a movie script. I'm about to get paid. The label about to motherfucking go down. It's going down. Don't feed the trolls. Leave them in
Midnight
the hating ain't there. I know they are. Right.
will come out soon. Everybody
Don't troll. Or else.
It gotta be
Yeah. What's up?
everybody keep
Get the merch right now, y'all. Billions Entertainment. Don't feed the trolls. This right here, don't do this at home.
everybody is straight tuned.
Right here's too big. This upgraded. Yeah, I made it. You don't understand. This right here is the major
Listen to that new
major.
production I got. Thank you. See? I appreciate it, y'all. See, y'all coming through to me.
Get the merch right now. Press the link
Because
right
that's what
now.
it's about.
Sneakers out right now. Pretty shop right now. Fuck it. Don't feed the troll. Don't feed
So,
the troll.
thank you.
Get the mixtape. Listen to the tracks.
I don't want nobody to say, you ain't never said thank you.
Get it now. Get it now. Get it now. Dig me now. You know. Stretch the product out like sales. You know I got that word. I push hell. Don't feed the troll.
I want everybody to just listen to the music. It's visual. Visual. Alright, y'all, so look.
This is not an intro, this is new
That is
paper.
don't
It's
be
not an
the
intro, this is new paper. Motherfucking haters, stay on your motherfucking way. Some of the game you deserve. I'm about to take you to justice. This right here is so wild. This right here ain't gonna stop. I'm telling you now. Say it.
Okay, press the link, y'all. I appreciate that. right now, we're celebrating right now the new release of the project that just dropped. Now, if y'all know what that is, put it in the comments. If you don't know what it is, go to the post and like the cover, check it out, run it, and you know, just listen to the music. It's official. That's it. Nothing else. Right now, this is what we're going to do. It's not really 4 now, it's probably 1. So I'm gonna go in there, drop it in my project. Shout out to everybody on Apple, Spotify, and yeah, we're gonna match it up. The new thing. So we're not there yet. I don't even know where we're going. I gotta remember that the stats keep changing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, so, like I told you, the stats keep changing, and I wanted to, like, make this new thing kind of different, you know what I mean? So everybody can be like, oh, well, that's good. So everything can be situated, you know what I mean? Now,
Don't let them see you sweat. Try the new hottest fire chicken sandwich at Speedway.
I decided
Check
to
it out,
seek
y'all.
treatment
I'm really
because
excited.
the person that I was in
Y'all
my
already
eating
got
disorder
the
was
honey?
not the person that I envisioned myself as.
I decided to seek treatment because I
Other
was
stuff y'all
tired
got besides that.
of living
But
my
now
life
it's time to go
in
and
fear
give
of
you
food,
the brown
constantly
skin.
worrying about exercising and
Then the
spending
cake.
so much headspace on that.
Now that I see where I am at this point after the process, I couldn't see it any differently, and I don't think I would have gotten to the place I am now without trusting the process.
I knew that there was much more to life. I'd lived that life before, and I wanted to get back to it.
After 1 month, I recognized that I was really truly able to move forward with the goals I had set for myself in life and move past the darkness that I had been in before. I was able to make meaningful connections, enjoy time with friends, and go on adventures, along with understand and notice what tools and skills I needed to stay grounded to my recovery.
After 1 month, I saw a huge change in myself. I was no longer focused on exercise.
Yeah. Don't beat the troll.
Fucking round with the final boss. Everything gets lost. This
Let's
right is the main
go.
full-fledged, full throttle. Don't get hit with the motherfucking bottle. I like to say when anyway I'm getting more and more money, more pay, more and more. You looking more and more funny. You motherfucking dummy. What you talking about? What you talking about? Too much, I'm getting too much.